on 2K TV postseason. We break down some head-to-head matchups in our Road to the Finals coverage, show off your top plays, fill you in on all that's happening this week in 2K16, and give you a chance at some VC and 2K TV Interactive. Tune in now.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith, and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. And it is Raptor basketball tonight as the Toronto Raptors go up against the Golden State Warriors. And for Golden State, over the first half of the season, we've gotten a good sense of what this team is capable of. When they're on, which they have been consistently, they are an excellent unit. And before we tip off, I just need to ask Shaq, when you think back to great teammates, what are the qualities that make a great teammate?
Well, you want to play with guys who care as much about the game as you do, a guy who puts the team first, a guy who gets you involved, a guy who has the same dreams and aspirations that you have about the game.
Well, that name sounds like Kobe.
Warriors leading by 7. We've got DeRozan. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Stoudemire. Then there's Lowry. And it's Johnson in at the shooting guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Fires from 14, and the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. Payne, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Johnson kicks to Lowry. It's off his foot, and they're saying he kicked the ball. On the wing, Johnson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Stoudemire with a screen on Robinson. Lowry. And the rejection by Ezeli. And it's the Warriors on the break. Livingston is running. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Nets got down to business. He had 46 points and also got the ball moving around to get his teammates involved as well. This outing just the latest from him in what has been an incredible display of basketball.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control.
And stolen by Payne. Warriors leading by 7. Robinson drives in. That's good. Robinson's got 16 points. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Warriors.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, another thing they've done well, guys, this first half is challenge shooters and change shots. A bunch of block shots early. They've slowed down casting those triples here in the second.
And, Clark, I'd like to see them go back outside. They've been shooting well from the perimeter.
Here is Livingston. He's got 9. Tries a 3. And it's Robinson again missing.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Now here's Stoudemire. 8 points for him.
Stoudemire having a good one. He has 8 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. And he's good on the second. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Nets in Brooklyn.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really solid.
Iguodala with the steal. And now here comes Iguodala leading the break. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the...
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
Looking at the game so far for Robinson, 16 points, and there's a...
It really has been, Clark. He's created a lot of open looks for his teammates. Very unselfish play from him today.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. Draymond Green is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Robinson in at the point guard position. Here's Valanciunas. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Valanciunas has got the first bucket of the third here for the Raptors. Warriors leading by 8. Outside Robinson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances. He's been a completely different guy at the line this season. I mean, last year, you weren't sure what you were going to get when he got to the stripe. There's no way we could have expected such a huge increase in those free throw percentage numbers.
And now let's have a look at the teams that have had the quickest hands in the NBA during the past month. In fourth, the Raptors.
Kevin, who says that good defense isn't fun to watch? This has been impressive. The last few weeks, they've been able to get after it and be active and come up with more steals than normal.
And that one falls for Luis Scola. And he can't hit the second. Warriors leading by 9. It's Thompson off the drive, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. A chance here now for a three-point play.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Lowry passes to Ross. Scola kicks to DeRozan. Hangs. McGee with the block. Robinson up top. Lowry covering. Ross with
matchups in our Road to the Finals coverage, show off your top plays, fill you in on all that's happening this week in 2K16.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And on tap tonight, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Golden State Warriors. And a nice roll continuing right now for Golden State. They've gotten the job done in every way possible this season. They're sitting pretty with the best record in the league, East or West. And as we reach the midway point, Kenny, still a lot of games left on the schedule. How do players cope with the wear and tear their bodies go through?
Well, a lot of times when you're mentally or physically tired, you could sit there and all of a sudden you misquote things, you missay things here on the analyst desk. On the basketball court, that's turnovers. That's missing assignments, missing rebounds. Same thing. Like I know this is our, 82nd game this year?
It's game time in Cleveland as the crowd is filling up the Quicken Loans Arena. So for the Cavaliers, their last game, a loss to Sacramento.
And really, I thought what was the difference in that game? Offensive rebounding or the lack thereof. A lot of one-and-dones in that game.
Yeah, offensive rebounding to me is all about heart, the willingness to get in there and mix it up, do your work early, get to that inside position. And I didn't see any of that fight from them.
Now Golden State's starting five. Barnes and Green are the forward set. Robinson is out there with Klay Thompson. And it's McGee in at the center position. Now LeBron, following the three-point attempt by Freak. LeBron kicks to Irving. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Last outing for Golden State, they won that game against the Raptors in Toronto.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
Tremendous balance on display, Greg. I mean, when you look at who was carrying the scoring load, making assists, playing unselfishly, I mean, they had it all working, and that led to the nice road win.
Here's Robinson. The bank shot, no good. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Irving leading the charge.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
The Warriors have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
The first bucket for this offense, 1 of 4 to start the game.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Love kicks to Smith. It's Jordan on the wing. Clock at 6. Irving drives in, lays it up, and banks it in. Irving's got his second basket.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy?
Got that one up quick.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Here's Smith. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. No good. The Warriors go the other way with it. Outside, Robinson shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Robinson's got 6 points. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Now it's ended down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Teron Liu.
A big factor in this game, he said, is how well they do to contain the young shooter Klay Thompson, saying, Thompson can really give you trouble coming off screens. We got to have all-out energy fighting to stay on his hip, and then we need to pressure on the ball handler to try and delay the pass. Kevin, both jobs are hard.
Thank you, Doris. Cleveland's gone 0 of 2. James, the pass to Irving. Love, and he dunks it down.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
And Green gets it to go.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Irving against Robinson. Outside Irving. Hits it from three-point range. Irving's got 7 points in the game. So it's the Warriors now. It's a three-point game. Here's Robinson. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
It's a pick by Love. On the wing, Irving. An easy layup after coming off the pick. 9 points in the game so far.
The defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hand.